Hello everyone, and we're back with more of this, her, whatever it's called. A piece of her, that's right. Now I've studied his paintings, I've noticed how similar they are to each other. Considering more closely, he always uses the same methods. He's constantly repeating the same patterns. And his choice of subjects is also rather, well, one-dimensional. Okay, so he's a bad teacher. Why don't we just leave then? That's the thing that's confusing me most about this game so far, as we pretty well established that this guy's pretty much a hack. Like, what's even the point of us being his student? Why don't we just do our own thing?
Well, he seems like super absorbed in the idea that he's like a doctor.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also, how the fuck do you get a PhD in art?
I have no idea. That doesn't sound right to me. Besides, I've just noticed a few times where he was really sloppy with his technique. That definitely couldn't have been on purpose. Could it be? Could it be that Professor Slaneman isn't as brilliant as he claims? Yeah, I've been saying that for forever, lady. I think it's obvious he sucks, and I hate him. I mean, the latter, I guess, isn't really obvious so much as my opinion, but, you know. Both true statements.
I think everyone hates him. It's like Claptrap. He's like designed to be hated.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to try to incorporate everything I was able to learn and abstract from Slideman's paintings. I've included his favorite subjects, semi-nude to nude women, but unlike him, I tried to not depict them. Plump and one-dimensional. Alright. Whatever you say, lady. Apparently likes plump women. And somehow my work turned out rather bleak again. I didn't intend it to be. No matter how much I intend to not paint such a picture, at some point I always veer off and voila, the next picture is completely bleak. I don't know, once again, it sounds like you're going to the wrong artist. Like, there certainly is a, market for depressing and bleak pictures. Just, you know, not with Mr. I want naked women all the time.
It reminds me of my aunt who's like 22. She always when she was like going through a rough time when she was like 18, 19, she always drew this little chibi character called Suicide Boy. And the idea was that he was a little boy that he couldn't die, but he could still bleed. And yeah, he was like always depressed at the fact that there was like no way for him to kill himself. But I think one of the like tiny things that little 11-year-old me suggested that like probably pulled her out of her funk was like, well, if he can't die, why wouldn't he go into the military? He'd make a fantastic soldier.
That's funny. That actually kind of I don't know why, but especially with that end statement to the story, that reminds me of League of Legends. As random as that is, if you've ever heard of the depressed mummy Amumu.
Don't think so.
Yeah. He's pretty much that. He's a mummy cursed with the inability to die. Of course, in game mechanics, he can technically, temporarily die, but he can never truly die. And he's really, really depressed. It's actually, it's one of those things that's really depressing when you read his backstory.
Like in Vainglory, which is the 3v3 one. And in Vainglory, which is the 3v3 League of Legends style game that I play, there's a character called Kroll that really wants to die, but he wants to survive everything.
That sounds interesting. Like, he's not cursed, he just kind of does, by chance, survive everything?
No. He's a zombie with, like, glowing blue eyes and shit. He wants to die and survives everything.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, he's cursed. I get it. So yeah, lots of sad stuff with all of that. But anyways, so I don't know. So far the conflict of this game is weird, but she is saying something interesting here. I guess it's almost as if there's a second dark Selena inside of me, one who hopefully knows how to operate a camera.
That's going to crawl out of the painting and kill me.
Yes, who dictates what I paint without me even noticing. That sounds crazy, right? Yes, it does. Should be locked up in an asylum, lady. Sometimes I feel like...
It almost sounds like she has schizophrenia.
Yeah, she might. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if that's where the game is going. Sometimes I feel like I'm going nuts, especially every time those pictures appear in my head again. If I wouldn't immediately start to paint afterwards, I probably would have gone insane already. There's certainly something going on with her.
Sounds like schizophrenia to me.
Yeah. But that,
like hallucinatory schizophrenia.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I look forward to seeing if that's where it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's always something like that with these games. You know how Professor Slayman is gonna react to that. He'll just have to love it. After all, I might as well be one of his own. I don't know, you already said it's depressed the next day. See, I told you this timeline doesn't make any sense. This whole reporting in week after week seems to have been turned into reporting in every single day for no reason. It's like they kind of forgot about that plot point. By the way, I think he's gonna hate it, because we once again drew something depressing.
It's a free Flash game. I mean, what can you expect?
I don't know. It's not the biggest deal ever. I'm just saying... Like, they could have just changed the title card to make it say a week later every time, or, you know, whatever.
Also, your character has, like, the world's shittiest attendance.
Yeah, we seem to be late consistently, and I'm not really sure why. You're late again. At least we know where to start. Apparently, we always start with the late ones. Give me your painting. Fine. I see what is going on here. So we'll do it different this time. Where do you think you where do you think you improved in this past week, the motif. That. Yes, marvelous. I'm amazed by how far you managed to come in just a week. Oh, but... what is it? Are you trying to insult me here? Yes. This is nothing but the shameless mockery of my excellent style. Well, your style sucks. Brushwork is lazy. Do you put any time in at all? I don't know. But colors are off. Everything here looks just... wrong. And the motif makes me shiver. Not in a good way. That's why I'm holding it up to my dick. For crying out loud. For crying out loud. Good spelling there. Open your eyes.
Would you shut it already? That's what I'd say.
Would you shut it already? Wow. That's it. This is your final warning. I'll have one more chance to convince me. But I don't want to convince you. You suck. Must be mentally disturbed or something. Why are you thinking that? Hey, Selena. Take a deep breath. Don't lose it over that jerk. God, you must be so upset. I don't know.
Fuck it, I'm out of here.
I'm out. I'm out of here. Yeah, fuck everything. Fuck the police. You deserve better than this. Yeah. Fuck this library. Yeah, fuck it. What the fuck?
Sounds like college kids.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck all of you pretentious artists. This is totally just college kids. What the fuck did this game turn into? Thanks, I needed that.
And that this reminds me of another story. I jump off of tangents a lot, but there was it was a story that was told by I think it was my 7th grade language arts teacher, that he was sitting there inside it was the Delta 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 front room, and he was studying with his fiance, I think. They were like sitting there just like writing and like reading and doing work and whatever. And then a guy that was just like buck naked, the dude was wearing nothing, slams himself against the front window of the Delta 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 room, peels himself off, and runs away.
What the fuck? Okay, that's an interesting one. Didn't quite expect that.
And he said that he was sitting there with his fiancée, and like they looked at each other, and he just kind of went, college kids, and he went back to doing his work.
Amazing. 10 out of 10. I don't know what to do anymore. I've given all I had on my last painting. I just don't know. Now I'll be able to improve even further in that short amount of time. Huh. Book on painting from last time really did help you. It did. But I'm pretty sure I've already read all that could help me. You mentioned that other book. Yes. The other one my girlfriend was taking with her all the time. Oh. Tomoko's a lesbian. Alright, let's give up on being the stupid artist, pretentious art guy student, and just go be lesbians with Tomoko. That's my new plan for this game.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Exactly. So you're talking about a book that isn't available? Hey, at least we know that it must be good if it's always lent. You're probably right. Maybe I could find out who has it. But is the book really going to solve my problems again? Any other options? No, you're right. The book is half as good as your girlfriend thinks it is. It must be pretty good. Now don't be judgmental, Selena. You'll be dating Tomoko soon enough. Don't put that in quotation marks. Bitch. I sure hope so.
Your girlfriend.
Alright, I should get searching. Somebody must have
translation cannon fodder because I'm going to kill her.
Yeah, exactly.
Only one person can have you.
Exactly. There can only be one, and that one is me, Tomoko.
The fuck is this Highlander lesbian edition?
I would play that. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Hey, good luck with your search. If you need any help, you can come anytime. Thanks, I'll do that. Okay, let's...
Oh, I can come anytime, Capta.
Well, yeah, we sure will. Okay, let's talk to this blonde fuck. I ask you something? Well, I guess not, weird guy. Let's take a picture of him. It's not proper to take a picture of somebody without asking him first. Fine. Just turn away as soon as I get close to them. They couldn't be more obvious. Well, I mean, you did just stand there with your friend saying, fuck all these pretentious art students. Now, I can't really blame them for not wanting to talk to you. To be perfectly honest.
Literally, and there's like literally no excuse for them not to be able to hear you. You're like 10 feet away from them in a library.
Right. Exactly. I can't talk to the group of students. Okay, do you say that about all the books? I guess you say that about all the books. Do you have anything else to say, Tomoko? Students obviously doesn't want to have anything to do with me, and the blonde guy keeps ignoring me. Peter? I have no idea what his name is. Then he's still with them. What do you mean? I'm not particularly proud of it, but a few years ago I was in an elite student organization, and Peter was in it as well. Sounds really exciting. Exciting? On the contrary, good ma'am. In principle, they do nothing better than feel better than normal students. It's a really boring elite club. Confirm themselves in that belief. I mean, if they literally do confirm themselves and are better than normal students, I guess it's not the worst club ever. Maybe a little pretentious. Okay, that doesn't sound particularly...
It's like fucking, like, old-style elitist gamer shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, that doesn't sound particularly exciting at all. Like I said, I wasn't part of it for very long. I just couldn't stand these arrogant idiots. Yeah, gave you the idea earlier that Peter's still part of this organization. Because the members only talk to other members, not to normal students. Ah, now I understand. To reveal themselves to others using a secret password. Only they can communicate with each other. Do you still know the password? Yes, but I don't know if it's still up to date. It's been a while since I was a member. What was it? Fatagan. Oh my god, it's Cthulhu. Cthulhu's happening. The password's Fatagan. What are these Cthulhu cultists? They're not even elitists. They're just cultists. This is bullshit. How does
Call
this...
Cthulhu all over again.
Exactly. Yes, it's something super occult only the cool kids would know. I don't know about universities, but
it's a cult.
Huh?
I said even she's saying it's a cult.
She is, but more my confusion is that only the cool kids know. I never remember going around high school or college and the cool kids being the Call of Cthulhu nerds who were like, it's a Fatagan.
I was gonna say, like, I do not believe it was the cool kids that were sitting there, like, with the Skyrim, like, translation book trying to speak like Draconic or Nord or something. That was never the cool kid.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm saying that because I was never a cool kid and I tried to do that.
Yeah, I too was never a cool kid, and I'm always part of the, gamers or the people who are playing cards or whatever, but yeah, as far as I know, no one who was cool particularly went around in my school and talked about Cthulhu. Interesting. I'm just gonna try. Maybe the password still works. Good luck. Thank you. Hi, Peter. Fatagan. Oh. Why didn't you say you were a member of the association right away? I joined only recently and haven't seen you at the meetings, which is why I didn't. Yeah, haven't been to meetings for a long time. Too long. I don't have a lot of contact with two other students. Me. Oh, never mind. I accidentally summoned Cthulhu, you understand. It's very personal business.
His tentacles went into places I would rather not discuss.
Oh, exactly. Pleasure to meet you. It was actually... You see that bottom painting there? It was actually the inspiration for that particular painting.
Well, you see, I was with Sleeman when it happened.
I'm Selena, I'm new. Name's Peter. Welcome. Thanks. So, when are you gonna become Spider-Man?
Peter Parker.
I'm looking for a book. It's Lent. Actually, what do you think of Professor Slayman? Slayman? That! I don't feel comfortable talking about him around here. See, I knew it. The walls have eyes, you know. Okay, sure.
I'm crazy.
Yeah. Uh, how long have you been with the association? Far too long. To be honest with you, somehow I don't feel comfortable anymore being there, which is why I
My
won't talk to
grammar is the worst of every character inside this game so far.
It really is, but also this confuses me pretty greatly. Like, okay, so there's these elite occultist students who only talk to occultist students, and then there's this guy who's like, I don't really like being part of the occult. So why doesn't he talk to other people? It doesn't sound like he thinks he's superior to other students. Like, I don't get this.
Also, another game we should totally play is when goats join cults.
What's it called?
It's called when goats join cults.
Never heard of it, but it sounds interesting. I'd totally be down for playing it.
It's hilarious.
Alright. We'll definitely give that one a play then. I love a good comedic horror game. I don't know if it's, it might be horror.
No, it's not even a horror game. It's like
right.
You're a goat trying to prove you're not a goat in a cult that eats goats.
That's pretty funny. It kind of reminds me of Octodad, just on concept. You've heard of Octodad, right?
Yes.
Alright. That's one.
It's like a pixelated version of Octodad meets Goat Simulator.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It sounds pretty amazing, honestly. Honestly, Octodad's one I might try eventually, but that game's like legitimately the kind of game I don't know if I'll have that much fun with just because of the physics. I'm never good with like awkward physics engines.
Well, that and like another part of Octodad is the fact that like it's going to be a very like long playthrough, especially if we're just like stopping and rambling at times.
Yeah. Well, the thing with something like Octodad is I can probably, like, that's the sort of game I can at least continue with gameplay while we're rambling, though, I think.
I suppose, I guess. I mean, there's not much in the way of dialogue most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely the type of game that takes longer with ranting, just because, we actually have to stop. But anyways, I suppose I'll, she's like, hey, so why don't you just leave? Hey, I have my reasons, okay? Sorry. I'm looking for a book. It's Lent. Can I ask you a question? What is it? Looking for a book on painting, but I think it's permanently Lent. What kind of library is this anyways? They just let you permanently take a book out.
I do believe that's called stealing.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking myself. I'm like, can you just... I don't think you can just permanently go to library and say, oh, this book is mine. I want it forever, please.
Can I just like have it on my account forever? Yeah, Well, technically speaking, I guess you can, like, according to the rules of most libraries, you can, like, technically do that. You just have to bring it back to the library every 2 weeks and be like, hey, I'm renting this again.
Yeah, I guess you can. Still makes you an asshole, but you can. Do you have any idea where it is, or could you tell me? You don't know anything? Well, it's like that, I lent it. Really? That's great! So how long do you think you're gonna need it? I'm not sure. I'm afraid it'll still be a while. I've kind of come to enjoy Cthulhu's company, you see. It's kind of an awkward relationship. I'd rather we not talk about that. Pleasure to meet you. Bye. But... Bye! Oh, apparently I offended him. Did I say anything wrong? I don't know. Hey, Tomoko, do you have anything?
All of these characters seem really like, I don't know, sharp. Like they're just like really abrasive in their behavior. Like everyone except Tomoko, which makes me think Tomoko's going to end up being the villain.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, okay, I will give one difference, and I guess she's still extreme in her behavior, but everyone has very extreme behaviors, except for Tomoko, who actually seems like a character, and the main character, who seems like an idiot, and I would say, rather than being sharp, she is incredibly dense. Maybe I'm being a little too judgy, but she just... I don't know, like, with the whole she can't work a camera thing, and the fact that she's, like, so slow on this whole unpacking business, and I don't know. Her insistence on still working for the professor, even though she hates him.
Firstly, firstly, she didn't even remember where her, like, banknote that had the code on it was. And secondly, that she didn't have the bank code memorized.
Right. Like, that in itself is just a pretty big deal. And, I mean, if they had have established her memory...
To me, to me, it just seems like you have a fucking... Like with the way that you're treating her, you just have like a brick of lead on a string that you're just like dragging around to do shit. It's like there's no actual mind behind it. It's just a block.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, our character hasn't even really made a singular decision for herself yet. She's always just like, oh, we should go find a book? Cool. Oh, we should paint boobs? Cool. You know.
Oh, we should take a picture of literally everything inside this library? Cool.
Yeah. Have you found out anything about Peter yet? Yeah, he borrowed the book himself. What a coincidence. Now I've got to find a way to get him to give it to me. Just talk to him for a while. Maybe you'll learn something. Yeah, that's what I'll do. We have to talk to Tomoko just to tell us to keep harassing Peter. Thanks, Tomoko, by the way. We're still gonna be lesbians with you even if you are evil. Peter, I'm really sorry if I said anything. No, don't worry about it. I was really rude putting you off like that. No worries. You see, I have been a member of the association forever, playing the role of the great painter. Alright. But actually... I'm starting to think that I suck. Don't be like that. No, really, I just suck at painting. I don't have it. Talent. Which is probably why I cling to that cursed book so much. They say it's the best book on painting the best. So, it didn't help you any? Huh?
I said, do best.
Exactly. Not really. I apply all the techniques in practice, but the paintings are bad. Like, really bad. I love painting. I love everything. Visual, everything creative, architecture, sculpting. But I have no gift for painting. Just go off and do something like sculpting and architecture. That'll probably make you more money anyways.
especially architecture.
Yeah. If you consider just letting go and trying something new, that's easy for you to say. You're probably way better than me. Probably. Everyone's better than me. This isn't fair. Damn it, just leave me alone. No, Peter, I won't leave you alone.
No, it sounds to me like he's just fucking. He's like trying to be in this elitist group to make him feel better about himself, even though he says literally everyone else is better than he is.
Yeah. That seems to be the case. I guess that kind of makes sense. I almost feel bad for him, but Peter's kind of dumb. About your love for painting.
Everyone here seems a little tense.
Yeah, that's fair. What was it you mentioned is one thing you love most about paintings? I like everything, visual and creative. I like rooms, proportions, and that stuff. But I just suck at painting. Damn it, just leave me alone. Okay, about the association. I don't want to talk about it. About Slayman. I'd rather not talk about him. I don't know, Tomoko. He doesn't really want to talk. Part of the book himself. Maybe you'll learn something. Let's take a picture of him. Maybe that'll do it. Could I take a picture of you? No, I don't want you to. Damn it, Peter. Is that your camera? Yeah, looks expensive. Yes, it's okay. Wait a second, I've got an idea. Peter, have you ever thought about doing photography? Not really. Cameras are too expensive. I could never afford one. Like, I think the only thing we've established also about this universe is that cameras are really expensive and that Cthulhu exists.
So it's just like cameras are more expensive than diamonds. This is fact, and like just photography is such a foreign concept to everyone that you're like considered a witch and burned at the stake if you do it.
Yeah, probably so. But you're saying you really would be interested. It's visual, you can work creatively, and you don't have to be able to paint. But he already said he wants to paint. He can sculpt, he can architecture, he just can't paint. Whatever. It does sound really good, but as I said, I don't have that kind of money. Ah, fuck it. Give the camera to Peter.
Camera?
Let's make a deal. I'll give you my camera, and you give me that book. You'd really give me your camera? I can't accept it. It must have been very expensive. Don't worry about it. You can have it. Photography isn't my kind of thing anyway. That's very generous. So, do we have a deal? That book for my camera? We have a deal. All right.
I can't believe this bitch is actually dumb enough to give me this camera for a book.
I know! For a book that I don't even own, it's a library book. Like, we could probably just go tell the librarian this fucker's had the book for a month. Can you ask him to, like, give it to me? I've got the book. Now let's get home. Oh no. Ah, there you are. I made up my mind. You are out. I can't let this pass. I must make an example of you.
Oh my god. You know what the like piano that suddenly popped up made me think of? Like as soon as it popped up.
What's that?
You're cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
That's amazing. I didn't think about that, but I just love how this super dramatic music pops up and out of nowhere after we get the book this guy's like, fuck you, you're actually not in my class anymore. I know what to do now. I know I can show you a true work of art. Oh, is that so? I will impress you. I just need some more time. You will disappoint me again, or insult me. Only one way to find out. Alright. You will have one day, and this has to be really good and genuine. Come to my office after hours, and we can discuss your studies. Great, that doesn't sound rapey at all.
Oh, delicious.
I don't trust this guy. My god, Professor Slayman really wants to kick me out of the course. I have to stick to his ultimatum at all costs. Damn it, that's not good. Whatever, lady. I think we'll actually do one more part. I was hoping to get around to him this part, but I don't know. I feel like probably it'll be a little bit before we actually get around to the professor and ending the game. So, I think we'll end it here if that's fun for you.
I think that we've been part on for a little too long, and then we'll jump into part 4.
Yeah, sounds good. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.